finest in the world. That's where he was trained. He looked at my case. He said, you know what? He said, I think I can do this. There are some new techniques developed here in the United States, Stanford, University of Ohio, and MD Anderson and Sloan Kettering in New York, upstate New York. He said, I think we can do this. We have new medications, we have new procedures, we have new tools, all developed here in the United States. Okay? He gave me some options. So this is your call. If you don't do this, you don't have the surgery. Your tumor is active in your liver. You have to have the surgery or your continual chemotherapy, and you'll be dead 40 years ago. That would have been late 2007. I had the surgery. I'm here today. Don't have liver surgery unless you absolutely have to. I had 2/3 of my liver removed. Phenomenal. That looked from entirely. Liver would generate so much. It's just amazing what they did. Because of technology and practices and the skills and the tools developed here in the United States. All of it. And there were 3 new tools they tested on me during the operation that were undergoing approval to be used in the future for real practice. Okay, so the rest of my story. That was successful. They couldn't find they couldn't define the colon cancer, which is the primary cancer. Okay, they couldn't define it, so it hasn't been done on my colon yet. The important piece is I was still on chemotherapy. Okay, it's late 2007. It's 2008. I see my oncologist here last May. And just out of the blue, she said, you were very lucky that you weren't on Medicare last year when you had the surgery on your liver. Okay. She said the reason is that surgery, which happens a lot more than you think, is not approved by Medicare. Because the chance that you'll survive the surgery, let alone recovery afterwards, because they remove a lot of your liver, it can fail. That can go bad. Medicare doesn't like to approve that because it's so risky and it's very expensive. I can tell you the cost if you knock together a chair. It's certainly more than $5,000 a gift from HSA. So, she said you wouldn't be here. You'd be dead. You were on Medicare last year, you wouldn't be here. Okay? My daughter told me today, she's 15. She's heard me talk. She said, you always miss the critical points, so make sure you say the following. This is her handwriting. This is my handwriting. I wouldn't be able to read. She says, basically, if Obama's health care reform was in place when I had the surgery last year, my dad wouldn't be here, you wouldn't be here, and the people that you're talking to right now, she said, you wouldn't be able to tell your story. You wouldn't be here. She said, make sure you say that. So that's an honor of my daughter. I'm very concerned. This plan from government took over healthcare. I spent time in Germany. I spent time in South Korea. I got to know some of the local folks there. I got to hear about their stories of medical care. I'm sure you can speak this as well. That we are very welcome to the Americans and to have this healthcare system in the United States. I spent 20 years in the United States Air Force. I spent about 10 years in DOD as an intelligence analyst. It's 1978. I had about 30 years where I stood up shoulder to shoulder with a lot of fellow service members, going up toe to toe with the Soviet Union. There was the Soviet Union. Okay. They may be gone in name, they're not gone in spirit. So that's just an aside. We won that fight. Okay? We beat that part of the Soviet Union. I stood with my country to do that. I find myself today. My daughter mentioned this, and it come to dawn on me now. We and a lot of other folks who have cancer, who have other terminal illnesses, or other diseases they're trying to fight, they're going to find themselves this healthcare reform passes, and the government takes over. I can tell you right now. Okay? You will be fighting for your life with a strong government for your life. That's all I had to say. Hope I didn't stray too much from your camera.
It was great to stick around for a few minutes afterwards. We always try to wrap up at or before 7 o'clock, so thanks for